is very hard to see in this video, but I do believe this one is a viable egg. Yep, you can see that dark spot right there. I do try not to candle them if I can help it, just because I feel like it lowers the instance of hatching, handling them more and exposing them to being out of the incubator. But in reality, if a chicken is hatching eggs, she's not on that nest 24/7. She does get off and go eat and drink. And if I'm only doing it once a week, I think it's a little bit less of a harm. The only reason I'm candling right now is because I'm trying to replace some of my older hens in my chicken coop. And typically I would place a hatchery order for laying pullets, like day-old newborn chicks that would be shipped to me via USPS. But because of what this market is doing and the unpredictability of it, I just want to have a little bit more control over that. So I will keep you updated. I'm going to bump up the humidity a little bit in these incubators. I know that some people get really worked up over the humidity, and there have been times where I've dry hatched chicks, and I've hatched so many incubators full of eggs that I don't really notice a difference between the ones that we maintain the humidity on versus the ones that I set it and forget it basically until 3 days before hatch. Sometimes I forget that they're even going to hatch until I start hearing the peeping. Everybody does it differently, but that's what's going on with me right now. I do have to make a trip down to the barn at some point. I have been so insanely busy that I haven't really spent much time observing my livestock, and my sheep are about a month out from lambing. I anticipate vaccinating them this week. I did order vaccines and they are getting shipped to me. I think they're supposed to ship on Monday. So hopefully by the end of the week, I'll be able to vaccinate them. This will be the first year at my attempt to vaccinate for sore mouth, because it has been such an issue. And with the addition of the solar site and them going out there in April and being relatively unsupervised, aside from one a day visit for 10 or 15 minutes, I think that I really want to try that and see how it works. The reason I made the choice to try the sore mouth vaccine is because over the last few years, and it doesn't matter if the ewe has had sore mouth before or not, they do get reinfected, and it's just the nature of the beast. And we have concrete in our barn and there is wood, so it very well could be that when those lambs hit the ground, they're in the barn, because typically it's still snowing when we have lambs born. This year it'll be even earlier. Typically we shoot for April. This year is going to be March, because I want them well started before we take them to the solar site. It's only 10 miles, I think, from door to door. It's not that far, but I just want to give them the best chance of success with the least percentage of fatalities. I feel like if you have sheep or goats, you're going to deal with sore mouth. And I guess if you have any questions, I can provide you with my experiences. But there have been some ewes that have been great producers, able to raise multiple lambs, ends up getting sore mouth on her teats. And even with treatment, they don't always heal and they don't regain production out of that teat. So it limits her productivity and limits the years that she'll be in the flock. So I'm interested to see, once I do this, if it will actually help at all. But this is my trial. I have sore mouth either way. I might as well try to prevent active infections when lambs are nursing off of the moms. Again, if you have experience with that, feel free to share it.